Okay. Official beginning of the class today. Sit in Swastikasana, and that means you are crossed more at the middle of the shin. If you have to go a little wider for hip reasons, whatever, that's fine. Get that front calf out of the way. Then I'm going to ask you to bring both your palms on the feet. So you're going to start to come forward. And I'm pushing the feet into the hands and the hands into the feet. So very, very much I want active feet in this pose. And I want you to try to come forward, taking the sternum forward. Now, whether your head comes down or not, it does not matter. But I do want the abdomen to be soft. Abdomen actually pulls back a little bit, stays back, and it's your chest, your sternum that goes forward. Push into those feet with your hands into your feet. So you're pushing back. Maybe your head comes down, maybe it doesn't. All right, come up. Do Dandasana, iron out the backs of your knees. Change the cross. Get the calf out of the way. Put hands on the soles of your feet and start to come forward. This is my least favorite way. So, I kind of list towards the leg that's more on the inside. So try not to do that. Try to stay even. Push back. Keep your feet active and feel your hips. Know your hips here. This is just a little exercise in learning your hips. Okay, and then release. Okay, now, see, you need a long strap and a regular strap. And we are going to be doing Supta Padangusthasana with traction, maybe like you've never done it before, because I did it with a teacher, was last week, and I had never done it that way. So I would wager to guess that I have probably done Supta Padangusthasana, I don't know, 20, 30 different ways. And this is a new one on me. So have your belts nearby, your long belt and your short belt. Make sure you can see all of me. Let me scoot back just a little bit. The wall is not a factor, so I'm just going to scoot the sticky mat a little bit away from the wall. Let me move my camera a bit. There we go. Okay. Okay. Your traction belt is your longer belt. I think I'm just going to do the same leg as you are now, so I don't get mixed up and I say the right thing. So when we first start, you're going to put the traction belt, but you're not going to be working with it yet. It's just going to be laying there because your second leg is going to be bent. That knee, well, actually both of them. So ignore the strap and come down to your elbows. Scoot the buttocks forward. So I want a really good Supta Tadasana to start. So I hold the edges of the sticky mat, tuck the shoulders under, and then watch as I extend the legs at the same time and get the thighs down. So really, laminate the back of your thighs to the floor. So you're getting nice Supta Tadasana here. You feel how the sacrum moves in, the lower back elongates. Now take your arms overhead and move your trunk away from your legs, and don't move the legs, that lamination of the back of the thigh. Press it down. Okay, then bend your left leg and just put it on the floor. Bend up your right leg. Interlace your fingers and put it on the shin. Now inhale and exhale. Laminate your thigh to your abdomen. So this, remember, it's lengthened that way, towards the head side, but I'm bringing the thigh all the way in. Okay, now you're ready to use the belt, the traction belt. And it goes on your heel. Now inhale and exhale, try to get the left thigh down towards the floor, and you haven't lost any of this. If you do lose it, then guess what? You have to bend the down leg. Bend it, keep the lamination, lengthen the trunk away from the leg. Okay, now change the hands from here, pulling in, to behind the back of the hamstring here. And you're pulling the hamstring almost sort of apart, you can see that, but I'm still keeping that lamination. If you can straighten your other leg. Okay, now from here, you're going to bend, straighten and bend. Straight, I'm not asking you to come to a straight leg. This is just a, let's see, foot vertical to the ceiling. Okay, but I haven't lost this contact, this lamination of the abdomen. 4 or 5 times, like that. Yeah, and you can feel those, can you feel those big tendons? There's one here that's real big and hard. There's another one here that's big and hard. Feel as though you're pulling them apart and they're not being too active. Okay, now your other strap goes on. This is the interesting part. You're taking this traction strap and now putting at the top of your knee. Putting the top strap on your heel. Inhale, exhale, straighten. So I'm just interested in 90 degrees. And I'm interested in opening up the back of the knee. Now, for us, hyperextenders, that might be Karen, it might be, I don't know who else is there. I didn't look at every single screen, I should have. But I'm a hyperextender, so I want to put this heel strap on my calf. And you'll see how much the pose gets better for me, where now I need to tighten this a bit. Tighten the knee strap. It's on my calf. And now the leg is more in alignment. I don't know if you can see that, but I can feel it. So the hip stays down. The hamstring pulls towards the buttock. You can reach through your strap so your arms are straight. There we go. I'm going to have a quick look, see if anybody has any questions. If you're not getting it, please let me know. Aha. So especially Kathy Lindauer, you need to put the traction strap on the top of the knee. Traction strap, yeah, just above the top of the knee. Good. Yeah. And now really, really push that knee up back and open up the knee. It doesn't matter too much. I'm not too particular if your traction, if you can't keep your leg on the floor, that's the way it is, but you want to work to keep the leg on the floor. Yeah, all right. All right, and then release that leg, change sides. So you've got to flip. The easiest way to do that is to flip this strap on around. Remember, the tail of the traction strap should pull outward. Put it in the crease. Have your right foot on the floor and knee bent. Hands clasp at the shin. Inhale, exhale, laminate the abdomen to the thigh. Relax deeply in the crease. You want to kind of make that crease deeper, right? Pull the top of the hip back now. Change the hands to the hamstring, so the hands come here. Pull the hamstring slightly apart. Now can you straighten your right leg? and not lose that lamination. I lost a little bit, so I'll back off a little bit. It's more important to keep the lamination than it is to straighten the down leg. Yeah, it would be nice if you could do both like that. Okay, now you're bending and straightening 4 or 5 times. Don't change the lamination of the leg, and you're not straightening it all the way, you're just straightening it so the sole of the feet faces the ceiling. Okay, now change the traction strap to the top of the knee. Get your other strap either on your heel or your calf. So this is, I'll show you, this is what I do. If it's on my heel, can you see the alignment is not right? My calf is ahead of my thigh. So I need the strap on my calf. And I need to pull, I need to tighten the knee strap a little bit so it stays back. And there I am. Better alignment. Is anybody not getting this? I so wish Mike had been able to come. He was unable to come, but this was for Mike too. Yeah, that looks better. Kathy, Linda, try to move that bottom strap just a teeny bit closer to your kneecap. It's not on the patella at all. Yeah, because yeah, you're one of those that I'm always, I'm thinking your knee's not straight. So push, maybe you need to tighten the traction strap down. Can you do that? Yeah, the loop is way down there. Yeah, and Sopo, you didn't get the traction strap at the top of the knee? Try, yeah. The traction strap changes to the top of the knee, not the knee patella, but just the quadricep. Yes, there you go. I think this is good for Chaya too. What do you think, Chaya? Yeah. Yeah, so you have to tighten the bottom strap, Chaya, and really press the head of the knee back. So your right leg has to do more work. Yeah, and it's okay. I'm fine if it elevates. Now put that strap, Chaya needs it more on your heel. So you push the top strap, put the top strap on the heel, and now pull it down, that heel down slightly. Yeah, okay. All right, so there we go, a new way to do Supta Padangusthasana. I wish we could do a lot more here, but we're gonna have to move on. Now watch, this is a bit, we're gonna skip 2. Can you believe it? In the interest of time, we're gonna skip 2. If you were writing this class down, you could definitely do Supta Padangusthasana 2, but we're gonna run out of time. So here's my variation for 3. I hope y'all will love this. So this is my cross pull across the, oops, you can't see. Change that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you can see it now. All right, so that's going across. This is for my shoulders. This is for my head. Looks kind of odd. All right, and you just need that one strap. Do it without the traction strap. Supta Padangusthasana 3 or C. It's like I'm gonna watch The Crown or something. I'm very comfy. So you see, shoulders on the first bolster, head and neck on the top bolster. I extend both legs, pull on the sticky mat, so I'm pulling the front of my trunk is coming up towards my head side, the back of my trunk is going towards the foot side. Bend your right leg, take the right hand on the inside of the knee and turn the thigh out. Just for starters, let's see what happens. As you turn the thigh out, you've got the opposite hand on the foot and the same hand right on the inside of the knee. Keep in mind, the hip joint is a ball and socket joint and the knee is a hinge joint. So that's all the knee can turn. Okay, now, can you move the knee over towards your midline? And keep turning that thigh out. Keep working the down leg. Press the down leg firmly down and out. Okay, now you've got your strap. Put it on the right foot. I've just got a loop strap. Keep holding it with your left hand. Inhale. You're coming up off your head support and putting the arm behind your head. Okay? Don't let the knee stay out to the side. Challenge yourself. Bring the knee more towards the midline. Press the left thigh down. And keep working on it. If you want, you walk your hand closer to the foot. The left hand can help you press the left thigh down. Pull the abdominals down towards the floor. Supta Padangusthasana 3 or C, they call it. I'm going to have a look. How did everybody do with that extra bolster help? Yeah, the top bolster goes on the other bolster, Kathy Lindauer. The top bolster goes on the other bolster like this. Can you see it? Yeah, it's like a little pillow for your head. Exactly. So the idea is to get the knee closer towards your navel. Yeah, and then keep that upper arm, Suzette, closer to your head. You can pull the hand closer to the foot. Yeah, there's nothing to see, so just pay attention to you. Ask yourself, how are my hips doing? What do I feel on my hips? Descend the straight leg. Press the straight leg down. Oh, okay, and then release. Second side. Go back onto your head support. Let's do the version of Supta Tadasana. So I hold the edges of the sticky mat, extend the legs, press the thighs down. Now keeping the right thigh down, bend up your left leg, turn it out. Turn the thigh out. Hold the foot with the right hand, the thigh, back of the thigh, knee with the left hand. Wait there. And then move it a little bit more towards the midline. Try to keep the buttocks down. Okay, and then lasso that foot. Take the left arm behind your head. You can still hold it with the right hand for a moment. Keep pressing the right thigh down. And then bring the hand, if you can, bring the hand to the top and crunch the abdomen towards the floor. The head can be used as another organ of action here. As you push your head back, you've got that bolster back there. Keep the knee from going way out to the side. You won't feel anything if the knee goes way out to the side. Yeah, look at you guys. Good. Knee back, foot forward. Knee back, foot forward. Okay. And then release. Okay. I didn't say this at the beginning, but I probably should have. If you have a long belt, or put two belts together. And then have two bricks. Where's my long belt? So I'm gonna sit in Upavishta Konasana with the strap on the feet. One brick is here at the groin. The other brick is just gonna go just beyond my straps there. All right, so remember what I said about the feet in the first Adho Mukha Swastikasana that we did. I wanted your feet active. So this is a active feet Upavishta Konasana. So in the upright version, I want you to pull the strap, like you're trying to pull the strap apart, and my feet are facing the camera more. Okay, this is not typical. I want active feet. So push the outer edges out. Outer edges of the feet out, so the sole of your foot more or less faces the camera. Lift your trunk up. You can use your hands behind here in any fashion. Palms turned out, fingers facing in, but lift your trunk up, roll the shoulders back, feel that broadness across your chest. Active feet. Okay, now keep the feet active, but now you gotta add the top of the knee that we were hoping to open up in Supta Padangusthasana. Press the top of the knee down into the floor. Start to come forward. Now you gotta add the top of the outer thigh here, this area. So all three things, come forward, come forward, come forward. You gotta go forward like this with the hands forward. And now can you bring your head to that brick? Now I have found that I need to tighten my strap. So you might find that. Don't hold your feet because the strap is holding your feet. If you hold your feet, well, let's actually, is that helpful? I just discovered something. If I hold my feet and help my feet push into the strap, it's more intense. But I kind of forget about my top of my knee and my top of my thighs. Yeah, either way, this is fine. Or what I wanted was for your feet, knees, and top of the thighs to stay really active and for you to be able to go forward. Yeah, so legs go forward on their own volition. Sorry, trunk goes forward because of the legs staying strong. Keep hitting out with the strap. Upavishta Konasana. Groin soft, abdomen soft, abdomen's almost slightly pulls back. Some of you probably could have taken, you know, a blanket and a block on top of this abdomen area. But keep the strap, keep your feet active on the strap. Don't let the thighs roll out. Okay. All right, now come up. I bet you're just going, where is she going with this, huh? Okay, now your long strap. Put it, so you're laying down, put it across the back of your armpits. Okay, now we could have done that Supta Padangusthasana twice through, and it probably would have been great. I always do Supta Padangusthasana twice when I do it, but you know, in the interest of time, until we have an hour and a half classes, it's probably not going to happen. So I've got that here. Then I'm going to lie down. And I'm going to put my heels in the strap. So you figure out where that, but make sure it's not, the buckle is away. And the other thing that's nice is to have the strap where you can control it to tighten it. All right, now remember that crease staying deep. So your back stays on the floor. And you crank it as much as you can. And now, so I reach my arms overhead and I lengthen the trunk away from that deepened crease. Look at your legs and then be an ever so, you know, a critic of your own legs, how they face. My left leg wants to turn out. I'm trying really, really hard not to let that happen. But as my arms go overhead, I push against the strap, elongate the trunk away from the lower back towards the sacrum and towards the wall behind you or in front of you. Yeah, so it's kind of an Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. Okay, remove the strap, roll up. How we doing? Up. Have one of those bricks behind you. There. From Dandasana, bring your legs into Baddha Konasana. Am I going too fast? I have so much still I want to do, so Baddha Konasana. Okay, now I'm turning to you, to the camera, so I'm going to put the right hand behind on the brick. My left hand is going to go to the inner left thigh, and I'm going to kind of ignore this leg, but my left hand is coming to the inside. Let me show from this angle, maybe this angle's better. So this left hand is helping me turn out, and then I turn my trunk to the right. And I let this groin be absolutely soft. You can lean back a little bit and then go up. Yeah. Okay, other side. Lean forward. Get your left hand behind there. Lean back. Right hand to the groin. Roll that thigh out. Push your feet together. The outer feet together. Lift up. You can have that brick further behind you, Kathy Lindauer. Go way back there with that brick, yeah. And turn your trunk. So you're not turning your sits bones, they're staying where they are, but you're turning, more at that waist area, ribs, and chest. Okay, let's do that one more time. One more time. So I lean forward. Get my hand on that inner left thigh. Lean back. And then lift up. You can feel if that left groin has tightened. Don't let it. Turn, turn, turn. Feels good. Keep pushing your feet together. All right, second time. Lean forward. Reach back. Right hand to the right innermost thigh. Roll it back and out. And then lean back and lift your trunk up. Okay, now Adho Mukha Baddha Konasana. Put your hands underneath your ankles. You'll use your forearms to press down into your shins and thighs. Start to come forward. You can push your feet together and start to come forward. Push the feet together, start to come forward. Can you kiss your toes? It's a goal. All right, and then release.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Just a question on that last posture. Does the spine round when you go forward? At first you go forward with the sternum, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing this to kind of get my maximum extension. See, I'm kind of going forward.
Uh-huh.
But, then I come up. Lost my block. Come forward. And then I come up.
Right, but then this posture where we come forward with both.
Oh,
Are we
yeah,
rounding
you are
the
totally
spine?
rounded. You are
Okay.
totally rounded. Sorry.
Thank you.
You are rounded. Yeah, okay, so now, Baddha Konasana. Here we go. We're gonna do, I'm hoping to get through both, but let's see how one goes. Stand up. Stand in Tadasana in the middle of your mat. Have, a little bit of space on either side of you. And if you want to be near a wall but not at the wall, it's not a bad idea. We're gonna do two little vinyasas of poses, but here's the deal. I don't want you to just do the pose and say, okay, whew, I got through that one, check that one off my list. I want you to experience the pose. Let's see if I can get on, I can't get any further away. So you may lose a little bit of my head with this one, but I'm just gonna do them with you, and I've already done them this morning, but it's kind of fun. Again, experience each pose. So from Tadasana, pick up your 10 toes and activate those upper thighs. Press the upper thighs back, tailbone in, roll the shoulders back, straight ahead. Lift your trunk up off your legs that are going to have to do some work now. Bring your hands to your chest, jump or step the feet a wide distance apart. Turn your left toes in, turn your right leg out. Exhale, extend the trunk to the right. Utthita Trikonasana. Experience the pose. Turn those lower ribs to stack underneath the top ribs. The last, when you think, okay, that's it. All I got, that arm goes up. Okay, now Ardha Chandrasana. So you're bending the front knee, getting the hands somewhere, maybe only a few inches out, with the top arm on your hip. Step up halfway. Wait there. Oops. Wait there. Then slowly lift that up leg. Activate that top foot. Make it firm. Activate the top knee. Make it firm. Activate the top of the hip. Make it firm. Turn to look at the camera. Okay, now turn to the floor. Put both hands on the floor. Turn both hips to be square. Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. Pull your hands back towards your foot, and now pull your trunk forward as you lift that top leg. Feet, knee, thigh, very firm. Okay. Then come up, walk your hands a little bit out, reach, you can bend the front leg to reach the back leg back. So concave Parshvottanasana. Now bend your right leg and laminate your trunk, extend it out along that right leg. Still concave. Now straighten the right leg. Pull your hands forward for Parshvottanasana, trunk laminated to that front leg. Experience Parshvottanasana. Okay, come up halfway, turn both feet and yourself to face forward. Prasarita Padottanasana with the arms forward. So arms and ears stay in the same line. Press the outer feet like they had that belt on them still from Upavishta Konasana. Lift up the kneecaps. Press the tops of the thighs back. Okay, come up to the concave. Hands on the hips. Inhale and stand up. Jump or step the feet together. How did that go? Thumbs. So this is a way to get, your standing poses in kind of a fun way to experience them and not have, because all of you know the poses, right? I don't need to sit here and tell you every single direction for, let's say, Utthita Trikonasana. But now you do the pose, you experience it, and you link it to another pose, you experience that, and so on. Tadasana, second side. So now you know what's coming. Inhale, bring the hands up, jump or step the feet apart. Turn your left toes in, left leg out. Extend the trunk over for Utthita Trikonasana. If you're not sure your feet are working, lift your toes. If you're not sure your legs are working, lift your toes. Okay, bring the top arm down, bend the front leg, get the hand on the floor, step up halfway, and then really plant that bottom arm on the floor, and then exhale, Ardha Chandrasana. Lift that bottom leg, lift that top leg. Activate the foot, the knee, the thigh. Turn your under ribs forward towards the camera. Reach that top arm up. Move the sternum away from the chest. Okay, and then bend forward. Keep that leg lifted, hips squared. Keep that leg lifted. Walk your hands back. Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. Stay long enough to experience your hips in this pose. Come up to the concave, reach that back leg back. Watch your alignment, that your front heel lines up to your back instep. Bend that left thigh just a little bit and lengthen your trunk. You can use your hands here to help you lengthen the trunk forward. Keep it laminated, thigh to abdomen, chest, then straighten the leg, head down. You can walk the hands back if that feels good for you. Okay, now just step up to Uttanasana. And hold with your favorite arm cross. Wait there. Experience Uttanasana. Feet, knees, thighs. Trunk down. Bring your hands to your hips and then inhale and stand up. Okay, 10-10. I have one more little vinyasa. Okay, I'm gonna get a show of hands. The other vinyasa, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it is considerably harder. Do you wanna skip that and do more seated twists, or do you want another vinyasa? Oh, another vinyasa? Awesome, all right. Stand in Tadasana in the center of your mat. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your 10 toes and press your thighs back, sacrum into your back and buttocks down. Then lengthen the toes forward. I gotta move a little bit away from the wall. Inhale, jump the feet apart. Turn like you're doing Vimanasana. Turn to the right. Push on that front foot to get your trunk back over that back over the hip and more into that back leg. Turn the palms up, reach up. Virabhadrasana 1, bend to a right angle. Don't go forward with your trunk. So in other words, not this. Go up with your trunk. Virabhadrasana 1. Okay, Virabhadrasana 3. Come forward, lie your trunk, kind of a little bit of a lamination of that trunk on that front leg, and then step up. Whoa, if you fall like I do, come up again, try Virabhadrasana 1. I'm sorry, 3. Now exhale, repeat Ardha Prasarita Ekapadasana. Reach that leg up, the pose of the day. Don't let the thigh turn, keep it facing forward. Okay, Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. Come forward, put your left hand about 10 or 12 inches in front of your right foot, square your hips, turn your waist, turn your trunk towards the right. Keep the foot active, the knee firm, the thigh hugging the bone. Okay, now reach that back leg back. Parivrtta Trikonasana. Bring the right hand closer to the calf. Turn your trunk. Reach that top arm up. Turn to face forward. Let that front thigh bend just a little bit. Elongate the trunk along that front thigh. Then straighten that leg. Parshvottanasana. Walk your hands back. Turn to face forward. Quick Prasarita Padottanasana with the hands forward. Feet firm. Legs pulling up. Bring your hands for the concave, then hands to the hips. Stand up. Turn to your left. I have to go back a little bit away from my wall. Like Vimanasana. Press that back thigh back. Push into your front foot so much that it helps you stand up your pelvis more. Experience this part of the pose, the Vimanasana precursor to Virabhadrasana 1. Then reach the arms up. Feel how much the arms reaching up help you lift the front of the trunk up from the pelvis up, and then bend. Look up if you are able. Keep pressing your back leg back. Don't let the trunk come forward. Nice. Okay, then exhale. Laminate, lengthen, and let at least your rib cage touch that front thigh. And then step up. Straighten the standing leg. Extend the back leg. Reach your arms. Hard to talk and do this pose. Okay, and then release to Ardha Prasarita Ekapadasana. Lift that right leg. Hold your hands forward and feel your trunk go down. Come up and reach the back leg back. Just halfway. Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. Put your right hand 10, 12 inches away from the left foot. Keep that back lifted leg firm, heel heavy and firm as you turn your trunk towards the left. Squaring the hips, turn, turn, turn. Top arm can come up.
Then reach that back leg back for Parivrtta Trikonasana. Right hand outside the calf and turn. Turn to face forward. Let the left knee bend. Lengthen the trunk forward. And then exhale, straighten that left leg and head down. Inhale, step up. And now hold Baddha Hasta Uttanasana with your other cross. Hopefully you remember which way you held it the first time. Experience your feet, experience your knees, experience your hips. All that work so that the trunk can go down. Head and neck down. Okay, release the arms, put the hands on the hips, inhale and stand up.
Good job, you guys. Proud you wanted to do that extra work. Okay. You could use the wall, but when you use the wall, this is Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. If you use the wall, you don't have anything to press down into. So I want you to have a look here. Let's see, I'll do my left leg. So your left side is along your chair. And you're about a foot, maybe 10, 12 inches away from the chair. So here I'm in Tadasana. I bend up, you are bending up your right leg, holding the big toe, catching the big toe. This is all I want you to do first. Don't let the knee go up to the outside. Lift your trunk up by pushing downward into that chair bar. Lift up. That left buttock crease has to move forward. And the left frontal thigh has to move back. Okay, release. Change sides. Tadasana. Already in Tadasana, I'm using the chair to help me lift my trunk up. And I keep the trunk lifted as I bend up the left leg, hold the big toe between the big toe and first little toe, lift up. See that your shin is perpendicular. It shouldn't be like this. Not this. So you're pushing, it's like you're stepping on the gas pedal. You're pushing into that big toe side of your lifted foot and bringing that outer hip in. Okay, release, change, go back to the first side. I don't think straps really help here. I want you to think about pulling the hamstring from the top of the knee that we greatly opened up towards the buttock. Okay? Stage one. Bend up the right leg, hold the big toe. Now lift your trunk by pushing down into that chair, straighten the leg. Yeah? It's right out in front of you. It's not out to the side. And look at the symmetry of it. See that it's lined up, it's not rolling in, it's not rolling out. Good. If you can, hand on the hip. You've got that help right there in case you stumble. And then release. Good job. Tadasana. And up the right leg. Reach on the inside. Grab that big toe. Already you're pulling, lifting the trunk well up. Exhale, straighten the leg. With your arm, you can sort of help yourself pull that hamstring and femur back into the socket. This leg is doing the lion's share of the work. It has to press back. The buttock has to move in, all those things. Woo, release. First side again. For Parshva. Bend up, take hold of the toes, and then take the knee out to the side. Don't turn your trunk. In fact, the trunk has to turn back towards your chair. Look at your standing foot. See that it doesn't bow out to the side. Knee is out to the side. The knee is in line to your shoulder, almost. Straighten the leg. Hamstring to buttock. Lift your trunk, trunk. Balance if you can. And release. Surprised you on that one, huh? We just went for it. Tadasana. Bend up the left leg, hold the big toe. Push like you're already stepping on that gas pedal. And then turn the thigh out. Keep standing up taller out of the standing leg. Press down into the head of the metatarsal on your standing foot. And then straighten the leg out to the side. Pull the hamstring back towards the buttock. Lift your trunk up. This is a way to do it. Or hand on the hip. And then release. Good job. Okay. Put that chair out in front of you about, let's see, I'm getting rid of my sticky mat. And it's not going to go quite to the wall. Okay, everybody's going to try this first part. Do you see this extra sticky mat that I have? It's this way, then it's this way, four folded, then it's six fold, whatever, and then it's again, really kind of fat. Let me show you. I'm going to show you at an angle, actually. Slight angle. Maybe this way. I have to kind of show you like this. It's the only way you're going to be able to see it. So let me show you like this. So I'm going to do mirror image. So it will be, you're standing about 5 or 6 inches away from the back chair legs. The seat of the chair is facing away from you. Then you're going to, just like you did for Parshva, Utthita Parivrttasana, where you turn the thigh out. You're turning the thigh out like you did for Supta Parivrttasana 3, 2, and you're putting the whole shin. Be careful because the chair is tippy. You're putting the whole shin on that top chair bar. Now here's what's going to hold you. So you're here, and you know, if anybody has a stool, Chaya, you have a stool, you do it on your stool. And you probably don't need any extra height on it. All right, now here's the real work. The real work happens when I start to come forward. Now I'm gonna hold on to both edges of the chair seat and I bend forward. Yeah, to open up that hip. If this is enough, right? If just having the leg up on that chair with the thigh turned out, if this is enough, you stay there. Your option. But the bending forward is where you're going to get the lubrication in the hip. What our hips need from sitting too much. Watch the standing leg shin, that it doesn't bow out. Press down on the ball, big toe joint. Okay, then release and come up. Other side. Careful when you first place the shin up on that support. Chair doesn't go all over the place. I quite like having the ankle off the sticky mat. This can also be done on the floor, but we're going to do something else standing, so that's why we're here. Now you start to go forward. Oh, yeah. This is going to make the next pose so much better. Relax in the groin, relax in the hip. Just experience what is happening in that outer hip and back of the thigh. Just let it happen. Okay. Now, put your chair a little bit away from the wall like that. I'll go this way. Because I'll do the left leg first, I guess. The wall is not a factor. So, your right, my left. Actually, maybe I should show a little bit at an angle, like that. I'll get a better view. Now, my wall happens to be right here. It's my safety net, in case I stumble. But I'm going to turn your right thigh out, and you've got the chair. You can put your toe on the chair there for a moment, and you're spinning that calf out of the way, turning the thigh out, and you're trying to get the foot as close to the other groin as possible. There we go. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. So, we worked on this pose a few times with Abby in September and October when she came back and taught us all. She said the number one goal in this pose is to get this knee back. So hence, we start to come forward, keeping that standing leg straight. We have our hands on the chair, and watch, I just pulse that knee back. Pulse, 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 pulse. Then I start to go forward, keeping that knee back. And wow, all that work we've done, plus I've already done it once this morning. I bring my hands to the floor, and then I can walk my hands closer to my foot, pull my hands forward so my trunk goes down. Knee back. How are we doing? Yeah, so if you just get to the pulsing part and you say, okay, that's enough, that's enough. Now, you have your chair to help you come up, or you super hug that outer standing thigh up into the hip socket And stand up. And release. How did you do? Is it too hard? Karen?
I'm limited with the hip replacements. There's a, with the hip replacement, there's only so much I can push this in, and it just won't go in anymore.
All right, when you go down, Karen, does it get better or worse?
Stays the same.
For me, when I get to the floor, it's like everything like hooks into place.
Oh.
It's really nice.
But
But
even,
I
I
you
can't
do what you need to do.
Yeah.
All right, second side. Your left leg. Help to, it's called, one of my teachers calls this the culturing of the skin. You're helping the skin to know which way it's supposed to go in order to help those hips. You got the chair. You've bent forward and you just pulse a few times and get that. Abby even said she didn't care if your hips went askew, just to get the mobility. Can you see how my hips are turning? That actually feels really good.
Ah, okay.
If I don't let them turn, that's the ideal pose. But here, it helps. I tell you what it helps with. It helps with the lower back. So a few times you're pulsing. Then you go forward first with your chair. Take your chair forward. Keep the knee back. Then maybe your hands go to the floor. Push your hands forward to take your trunk down. I'm gonna come up and watch you guys. And Kathy, it won't go up any, Kathy Lindauer, it won't go up any higher? No. Nice, Chaya. Now what's wrong with using your hands to pull your trunk down? Pull, pull, pull. Knee back, knee back. Okay, Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. Okay. How about one beautiful downward dog? Not that we're done with the bent knee stuff, but that should feel good. From all fours, place your hands. Go up with straight legs. So go up from a plank pose. So from plank pose, come up on your tippy toes, reach the trunk back, press those thighs back. Don't let the lumbar curve in, right? So the abdomen has to stay back and the lumbars have to go up. If your heels eventually come down, great, but it's from the tops of the thighs going back first. Push the floor. Okay. All right, come up or come down. Let me see. I think I'm okay right here. Have a strap and no loop in it, just one long, nice strap. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Bring, let's see, I'm gonna go this way. Sorry. Line your left leg up with the edge of your sticky mat. Turn your right leg out. Help it, culture the skin to roll out. Then turn your shin, ankle bone, top of the foot to face the floor. So you're basically, we're doing, it's a, up until the COVID mess, there was a new pose. It's not new, but it's Parshva Janu Shirshasana. And for some reason, all the teachers got to teaching it, especially last January and February a lot. And so they were all teaching us the pose, but it has a lot of merits. So I want you to take that long strap, put it around your foot. Okay, so it's like that. So now, going to reach around, reaching around, sorry. The short side of it is on the outer foot. The short side is on the outer foot. The long side is behind you. Sorry. Then you reach around with your left hand to grab the strap. And now you're reaching the other strap with the right hand. And now you're turning your trunk. Really no more than beyond to face over the straight leg. Right? You're trying to line up your navel more towards the inside of that straight leg. So you're turning your trunk, you're holding onto that strap. Parshva Janu Shirshasana. We're not going forward. Got it? Turn as much as possible your trunk towards that straight leg. Okay, and then release. Sit with your other leg. Straight leg is your right now, and now your left leg is bent out to the side. Short side of the strap. There, long side of the strap. Oops, on the outside, yeah. So you can reach across with your left hand, and then the strap comes from behind. Did I do that right? Yeah, so the strap is being held by your right hand behind your back. And you reach across and turn. Upright and turn. So much so, that you're pulling on that strap. Don't let your straight leg come up. And don't let your bent knee come up. Turn, turn. All this to do a pose called Ardha Matsyendrasana 2. Ardha Matsyendrasana 2. Okay, so you guys had your left leg bent first. All right, now make a loop in your strap. All right, I'm going to give you a variation if this is impossible. So let's everybody try. Let's see what happens. I'm going to turn this way, I think, to face you. You're bringing your right leg, so I'll be your mirror image, sort of just like the way a man sits, right? It's crossing, the right thigh has rolled out, and it's crossing, and it's right above the patella. Okay, now watch me first. I don't know if this is any limitations on your hip at all, Karen. So I'm going to reach under with both hands. Both hands. I'm going to lift on purpose to keep my bent knee down on the floor. And I'm just going to drag this foot all the way up to that crease. Oh. Then the loop strap is going to go between my shin bone and my thigh. See that? Okay, how's that? Are we there? So if this is impossible, you could try it with the leg the first way, but you're gonna need a second strap on your foot. So let me just do the pose and then you decide what you need. Ardha Matsyendrasana. So I'm turning to the toward the straight leg. You'll be turning to your left. And I'm gonna take a hold, well actually I'm gonna take a hold of the strap behind me first. So I reach, the straight arm goes behind me and holds onto that strap. And now I start my turn. Then I reach for the outer foot of the straight leg. So I turn my back towards my rope wall. And there's Ardha Matsyendrasana 2. All right, how many people can't get their foot high up enough, huh? So you're gonna do maybe just like this, Kathy. You ignore that strap and maybe you just work with the hand, this hand, back hand on the thigh. Then you just turn. Did you see-
My problem is my knees, my arthritis is just really crazy today. So it's hurting my knees. So I'm trying to just modify knees and hips. It is talking to me today.
I'm hoping all this will make it better.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right,
But if it's something
everybody
hurts,
else?
I'm just not doing something that hurts.
And Kathy Beckman, you could do this seated in the chair too, if you want. You know, you could just, yeah, but are you doing okay? Yeah. Yeah, Suzette, roll that top shoulder back. Roll that top shoulder, yes, now turn, Oh, that's hard, huh, Karen?
You know what, Cheryl? If I have the right support, it's not there, it's far from there, but I can see the benefit of doing it. If I don't have the right support, I'm completely lost in the pain and I can't see that. So I put two blankets
Two buckets.
underneath. I lift it up. I put bricks underneath my knee, right?
Yeah.
And I
you
lowered the leg over the patella.
Yeah, you do not let the knee hang. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Yeah, put some blanket or something.
Doing the support I need.
Yeah. All right, second side. So I'm gonna list all the way. This is my more difficult side. But look at that. All right. Strap through in between. Reach around. You're going for the straight leg with the opposite hand. Turn. So let's see. I'll show you from this side, maybe. This angle. So this shoulder, the back shoulder, I'm calling that. This is the front shoulder. That shoulder has to roll back. You can bend that back elbow, you can straighten it, but turn your ribs, your chest, your head and neck, shoulder. Push down. This support that the foot gives to the hip is really, really helpful and very good for that hip. It gives it more support, as Karen was saying. If she has enough support, she can, start to feel what it feels like to do Ardha Matsyendrasana 2. All right, and then release. Wow. Okay.
And you know what, Cheryl?
Yes, ma'am.
Despite the fact if you can't lift your foot up to the groin there, what I try to think of is where my foot is not where I need to work. It's the other part. So I kind of use it that way.
Yeah, that's good. Well, there's a whole series in Shifroni's book, the chair yoga book, of an older person doing this, a whole series on the chair.
I have to look. I have those books. I have to look.
Good. All right, let's just do a quick Marichiasana. So you sit more towards the left side of your bolster. Right? Yeah. Bend up your left leg. You're sitting left side of the bolster. Yeah. Bend up your left leg. I was doing this so I could turn, so you could see my back. So you're doing the same side as I am. It doesn't really matter. So remember that lamination that we worked on the first thing? Now you're a little high. You could get a brick, put the brick up on that, and there's my lamination. But what I want to work on here, no, I did that wrong. I was right the first time. So here I go. I'm on the right side of my sticky mat, right side of my bolster with my left leg up. So I'm laminating, bending, and then I want to reach this hand, back hand, to that edge of the bolster without spinning my hips. So it's just a different way to do Marichiasana 3 with a lot of help to work on that lamination, that turning. So you were this way, reached here. You guys have your left leg bent. Okay. And then come out, do Dandasana ever so briefly on your bolster there. And then bend up the right leg. I like it with that brick. It's up to you. Reach up, turn, hold the edge of your bolster, push your arm into your outer thigh, and then turn the abdomen, turn the ribs, turn the chest, lift up. Don't forget about pressing down on that inner foot to turn more. And then release. All right, you guys worked hard. How about just a really gentle Setu Bandha with that bolster? So you've got the bolster. Here's my favorite way of doing it. No sticky mat. You sit with your sacrum on the bolster. Sacrum, and then you lie down. Now I'm going to slide just a little bit back until my shoulders come on close to the floor. And you can see the apex of the pose is my chest. And then my feet hold the bolster, straighten, and there we go. You can have support underneath your shoulders and your neck if you need it. Otherwise, you let that bolster's edge kind of hit you right there in the middle of the shoulder blades. And your arms can be like goalposts. Relax them. So you decide how much work you physically need to do in this Setu Bandha Sarvangasana in order to feel or experience the pose. What are the benefits of Setu Bandha Sarvangasana? It opens the chest. It's great for the lower back. If for some reason any of the standing vinyasa work strains your lower back. But now, start to have a little bit more of a Shavasana state of mind. Remember the two sides of the coin that I've been speaking about over the last few weeks? Mind and the body. Two sides of the same coin. How can they live together peaceably? How much work has to be done in order to, the shoulders don't have to be just glued to the floor. They can be lightly touching the floor. Yeah, and if the lower back does bother you, you can keep your knees bent. In either case, the lower back moves away from the upper back. Let your breath do the uplifting of the chest. Don't do so muscularly, but just whatever breath you're using. You're breathing into the chest and then out through the abdomen. Do a couple longer, slower breaths like that. Into the chest and out through the abdomen. Okay, now bend your knees and just slide the bolster towards the feet side. And you can do one of two things. You can get rid of it all together, or you can spin it the horizontal way and put your thighs across it. Either way. Now just let go, relax completely. Those legs had to have worked pretty hard. Let go of the legs completely. Let go of the trunk completely. No muscular effort anywhere. Hopefully, like Abby told us in September and October, because of the hard work, you're able to get to this peaceful state a little bit quicker than perhaps some other type of class. That was her hope, at least. That's my hope. Let you guys be done. Fold the limbs in one at a time, slowly, carefully, not in any hurry. Stay on your right side for a few breaths. Yeah, if you need to bend your knees up to your chest, do that. And roll to your right side, sit up tall and straight, and then just experience, take a moment to see how you're feeling, not just the physical body, but the mind. And bring your hands to your heart. In gratitude for this community, in gratitude for the practice of yoga. Namaste.